Mauretania. Mauretania, the first of her name, was a ship built for the Cunard Line in 1907. She and her sister ship Lusitania often fought over the blue ribbon, and it transferred from one ship to another very often, until 1910 when Mauretania won it for good. In December 1907, a couple of Mauretania's mooring hawsers gave away, and the ship drifted a little bit, colliding with multiple barges and boats. In 1910, she broke loose from her hawsers again and was set adrift in the Mersey River, sustaining damage. She wasn't able to make the Christmas mail run this year as a result of this, and so that job was given to the Lusitania. She left Liverpool on the 10th of April 1912, carrying some of the White Star liner Titanic's cargo manifest in mail. She arrived in Queenstown, Ireland, on the date of the disaster. King George and Queen Mary were given a tour of Mauretania in 1913, and in 1914 she was undergoing a small annual refit when a cylinder in one of her turbine engines exploded, killing 4 and injuring 6. While in mid-ocean, World War I was declared, and Mauretania sped toward Halifax, Canada, as quickly as it could. Afterwards, she and her running mate, Aquitania, were conscripted into war as AMCs, but they quickly realized that this was a stupid idea with how obnoxiously big these ships were, so they resumed civilian service shortly afterwards. After the Lusitania was torpedoed and sunk, Mauretania was conscripted into war as a troop ship for the Gallipoli campaign. But when the Ottomans decided they wanted to push the Allies right out of their empire, the Allies realized they now needed hospital ships. And so Mauretania was converted into one. In 1916, she was again converted into a troop ship, this time for Canadian service. In 1918, Mauretania received a dazzle camouflage in March and another in July. In September 1919, she was returned to Cunard, but didn't receive her post-war refit until 1921 after Mauretania's E-deck caught fire. During this refit, she was converted to an oil-burning ship. However, this came at a slight cost. While the cost for fuel did improve for Mauretania, she couldn't quite usually make up her old speed. She got another refit in 1923, having her turbines uninstalled. At least that was the plan, as a strike occurred during the refit, so Cunard had the ship towed to Cherbourg to have her engines refitted there. It might sound like Mauretania was losing money for Cunard with the way I worded it, but the truth is the exact opposite. Mauretania performed extensively well even after the German liner Bremen broke her 20-year-long speed record. Cunard didn't back down without a fight, though, as they let Mauretania try and get the speed record back. When that failed, they refitted her engines again, but yet still failed. Although the ship did beat its own previous records, so I suppose that's something. In 1929, she rammed a train ferry near New Jersey. She was converted into a cruise ship in 1930, running cruise ships from New York to Halifax, and in November that year, she rescued the survivors of the sunken Swedish cargo ship Ovidia. She was painted white in 1932 and became part of the Cunard White Star Line in 1934, though shortly after was sent for scrap alongside her former rival and now short-lived running mate, RMS Olympic.